Bazoo! Hello. Welcome back to Nightreign. In this part, we're going to be doing the Undertaker's, I suppose, second remembrance. First or second. Whatever it is, we can read this. A sky of clouds. In the distance the sun breaks through, only to disappear again. Go to the place where they await you. Only there will you find your salvation. The Father told me that those were the words of our God. I think he was seizing an opportunity to be rid of me. Loathsome thing that I am, I do not fault him for it. Chapter 2. A sky of clouds. They seem to be making their way across the sky with greater speed than usual. My whole life has been a loathsome affair. I have no parents or family to call my own. At the monastery, the other children shunned me, as did the adults. I hunted beasts in the woods, partook in their flesh and blood, and was feared. So she's a Bloodborne character, gotcha. As I grew, I learned that my constitution required a constant stream of power to consume. Once I tried to resist, but the shakes and pains became unbearable. As the delirium reached its zenith, I bit my own arm without knowing. Yeah, the Bloodborne people tend to get some addictions and shakes and pains. Those are the signs of withdrawals, to my knowledge. Living was hard, but choosing death was unthinkable. Since then, I have lived the span of many lives. Yet nobody understands me. I remain alone. Yeah, that tends to happen once you become a great one. Chapter 3. A sky of clouds. The foaming waves appear darkest gray. The power of night spreads across the land. To me, it feels like a blessing and a curse. Its taste are bitter, and it makes me nauseous. Yet somehow it soothes my ever-churning mind. I wonder, will I change too, if I overcome this night? What if I remain the same? I don't want to relinquish this power the night has brought. Ah, that reminds me. I believe the Iron Menial said he had an important task for me today. And we can begin this remembrance. And yeah, beat the Dragonlord, so we got new outfits, or new gobs.
Ah, there you are. There's something I must relay to you. The Nightfarers came together to slay the night. But you cannot maintain your strength unless you partake of it. I understood this well enough. However, you have overindulged, and now you are no different from the night itself. As such, you cannot be permitted to live.
I was about to say, it'd be really funny if he just pulls out a sword and stabs us. I do think it's neat that you actually get to fight him. He's also pretty basic. Oh, new move. New move.
What have you done? The night must be slain. Everyone, please, you must kill this foe.
Is everyone gonna jump out at me? I see Executor there. I'm gonna go the other way. I was hoping someone would be here. I wonder, is there another option? Like, could I just leave and be friendlier? No. No. Well, we both missed. So, who is the actual fool? Ow. Me. I speak lies. It is you. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I know that I've said that something I love about Dark Souls 2 is how you two-hand weapons. Like, some weapons you hold down into the side, whereas in Dark Souls 1 and 3 you hold them up into the side. And I prefer when you hold them down. It feels more realistic. Like you're... Because when you hold them up like this, it feels like you're just constantly ready for battle, whereas like this, it feels more like you feel the weight of the weapons. And since you're not actively in battle, you're letting the weight just slump. You're letting gravity do its thing. And I like that. I was about to say, I have ult, so I know who to ult.
Why do you refuse to die?
But also as Guardian, like, do I really have to use my ult on Guardian? Oh! I was not prepared for that in the slightest.
As long as monsters like you remain, the night will never end.
Leave it to Wilder to give me the biggest threat. We're ignoring Executor. Not that way. Ah, hammer or great hammer? Which shall win?
If only the fool would die, it would be a gift.
Ooh. Now we're getting to the real threat. Oh! God. He's so scary. Like, he's an assassin after all. Can't move.
Please stop.
Are we hallucinating? I think we might have been hallucinating.
Have you managed to calm yourself?
I'm sorry. I do apologize. I do apologize. It seems like... It seems just strange enough to be something that I would say. I don't know about Undertaker, but it's just strange enough to be something I would say.
I'm glad. I thought you might have gone plumb mad, brave champion. But now all is well. I managed to get through to you. This is a place of safety. Please be at your leisure. I'll be over yonder should you have any need of me.
He's the one who pulled a sword on us. I am horribly parched. I must absorb power. Smash. What? What? Was this when we flick it and then Scholar comes around? Absorb Knight's power. Unable to resist urges, absorb the power of the Knight. Well, it is here, so... I guess we're gonna lick the wall. Yep. Now, Scholar's gonna come looking around, ask us what we're doing, and then he's gonna distract the Iron Menial. Whose footsteps do we hear? I was about to say none, I only have left ear audio. Uh, Conspectus Adherents of the Gate Town of Liurnia. It's the book that the Scholar often reads. I'm noticing a bit of input lag on the controller, which is slightly worrying, but we'll probably be fine.
How might I assist you?
I need more walls to lick.
Why, yes. The great noise caught my attention. We are equals, and as such I cannot force you. But would you indulge me in something? I intend to leave the Round Table Hold. I've located the thing I am looking for. It is not far, in fact, but I do not wish to be an imposition. I need you to tell everyone that I died and did not reawaken. To lend weight to your claim, I give you this. You are the only one I dare depend on.
Leather monocle case. A worn leather monocle case. Remembrance completed.
Tell everyone that I died and did not reawaken. You are the only one I dare depend on.
Yeah, so in his first remembrance, that exact conversation played out. But it played out while Undertaker was licking the walls. Leather monocle case. Is that something we get here? Or is that in key items? Ah, it's here. A well-worn leather case for storing a monocle. The scuffs and crease marks are proof of its owner's adoration. The scholar left evidence of his own death to the Undertaker. It was the always candid scholar's form of a farewell. Now, what do I do? And the effect? Undertaker, physical attacks boosted, while assist effect from incantation is active for self. No idea what that means. Physical attack up +2, that's good, and extended spell duration, that's okay, I suppose. And it's blue. Now, Chapter 4. A sky of clouds, humid and stifling. He saw me. I'm lucky it was only the scholar. He can be trusted. As long as I do as he says, it will all be fine. I'm also having hallucinations. I was correct. I called that it was hallucinations. As if everyone were frightened of me. I'm starting to believe it might be true. I feel sick. The melancholy is growing to be too much. But when I clutch the leather case I was given, it grants me respite from my thoughts. And then, Chapter 5. A sky of clouds. Seabirds sing in the distance. It's been several days since the scholar disappeared from the Round Table Hold. It must have been serious. The priestess is trying to gather information as to his whereabouts. She believed him dedicated to her cause. His sudden absence puzzles her. Rare though it is not the first time a night fair has disappeared. All I can do is remain true to our bargain. And we can begin this remembrance as well. Because that one was very short. Ah, priestess.
I know not where the scholar can be found, though I heard you were the last to see him. Do you have any idea at all?
He died. He went up against Promised Consort Radon. And his roles were not on point. We'll go with that.
Even the smallest lead could prove helpful.
Any or Ilum.
I see. Apologies if I overstepped my bounds.
I shall pray.
I can't believe it. Another warrior lost.
To the prayer room. This is the prayer room. Go with the game's lagging a little bit. Offer prayer.
I couldn't keep my promise. But it's not to do with me.
Good prayer, good prayer. To the menial.
What's the matter, brave champion?
The priestess is asking questions that she shouldn't be asking.
You plan to search for the scholar? Ah, you feel compelled to act. I can see it in your eye. In which case, I bear good tidings. A new kind of shifting earth phenomenon has occurred. The scholar will have headed there. I am certain.
I love when they say, I can see it in your eye. Meanwhile, you're wearing a helmet that covers your eyes. Also, yeah, we beat Everdark Balancers. Personal objective. Search for the scholar in Limveld. Only occurs with downloadable content targets. So we're gonna have to get the new map in order to find him. That's unfortunate, because I'm not a big fan of the new map. Everything else in the DLC, I like. Not a big fan of the Scholar, but he's alright. I'd say he's worth it. But the Undertaker, Balancers, the Dreglord, they're all fun. And while I haven't really gotten much into them yet, the remembrances and stories for the new characters are something that I think is going to be worth it. There's a lot of people playing the Everdark Balancers. Like, I did like 5 or so games earlier today where I marked Balancers, Dreglord, and Everdark Balancers, and every single game, I got a match within like 3 seconds. But I never got normal Balancers. I'm just going with them here because controller's lagging a bit, and Dreglord and Everdark Balancers are hard. But I'll mark all 3. These aren't great, but they're decent enough. Yeah, you can see matchmaking complete already. Normally I would swap off, but I've got a remembrance. So, sorry. If I wasn't actively doing a remembrance, I would swap. Although, glad that I didn't get a raider. Because out of the 5 games that I did earlier today, got a raider twice, and both times they left. And not in a like, oh, the connection issues, and they like left, joined back. No, they ran into some minor inconvenience and then left. Wait, he's there. So that's gonna be something we need to hit. That looks like a day 2 thing though, so once night 1 ends, I'll mark it. Now we can take these guys out. Is there a crystal up there? Not that I see. Probably should have checked while we were flying in, but it doesn't look like it. And I did not know this map, and it is far harder to traverse. So, hopefully one of them knows what they're doing. Ooh. Pop. Road magic attack power. Do spell FP cost. Neither of those are good for us. We're just not gonna grab those. But ow. Taking a whooping. But we can also give a whooping. Let's just do that. Improve melee attack power. I was about to say. Gonna be a team player, so if one of them wants it, they can have it. If not, then I'll take it, because that's good. I think we're at the impasse point where like no one knows this map enough to lead, and no one wants to try. Which is very unfortunate. It kind of feels like we're back on just day 1 of Nightreign, where no one knew the map. And so no one would lead, and everyone would just stand around killing basic trash mobs. and you'd end up at night 1 at like level 5. And we're like, the community is a bit better now than it was. But still getting a good chunk of that feeling. Wow, both of them got grabbed. There we go. All resistance is up. Sure, why not? There's a big blue crystal there. I don't know how many you have to break to get the main thing. I think it's like 3 or 4. But I've never actually counted it. How many have been broken? I know that over there is a potential spawn. Doesn't look like there's one over there though. One down here. That's 2. I think there's one up there, but there's also a significant boss there. And to avoid going through basic areas like that, we're just gonna drop a pin there. There's a boss there. But ancestor spirits are kind of difficult. I was about to say, I wonder why they're pinning. It's because of a boss. Ooh, I saw that bleep rock. And there we go. Move those boys. Let's head back up here. Because there's a curse blade. And we can pop them. No, I thought this was gonna be a thing of there's like 2 or 3 that we have to take out. The affinity damage negation. And this chest gets you another one of these. That I know from hitting this place a few times. Dragon Crest Shield. That's very good. I don't know if we can make it down to there. Uh, we can probably try. Big drop here. We can take some drops and then hope to find our way back up. Through Spirit Spring jumps. This field might be where the day ends. Not gonna say that with certainty. There's a scarab there. But we got a flask. So we've gotten all of the flasks. Aha. I didn't see this, but that gets us 3. Did they get it? I think they got it. Ah, I was correct. It is this field. Okay, well, I don't know what else we can do. That's a Ghost Flame Dragon. I don't think we have it in us to kill a Ghost Flame Dragon. I know that down here is a potential spawn. We didn't get it, but it is a potential spawn for one of the blue crystals. I'm gonna pop that because dying here would be a little embarrassing. Also not good for me or the team. We can jump up here and see what's up here. Nothing useful. There's nothing useful to us. Gain Sellsword. So the reason I picked up Arrow's Sting was because I very briefly considered choosing Iron Eye, but decided against it because Remembrance. And so I picked it up because my brain was like, oh yeah, Iron Eye. Team has an Iron Eye. Which, very unfortunately, team does not have an Iron Eye. Because he is the biggest threat, meaning as a teammate, he is the best chance of us winning. Ow. Now, we can base tank a few great swords. It doesn't help my whole great sword supremacy narrative, but which is true, by the way. But still. So we can just back up to heal. Did not know you could backstab these guys. I mean, good to know. I just didn't know you could do it. Ult to do some damage, and also they can ult. And both of us got the backstab off. Beautiful, you'll love to see it. He's dead. Backstab. Charged heavy, charged heavy. Dead. Heal. Is Cloud's doing okay? Like, most people don't end up with 3 bars on the night 1 boss. So that's just a tad bit worrying. Alright, so I think if you get a perfect dodge as Undertaker, you get a free ult. Because we got 2 perfect dodges and 2 free ults. I think that's far enough away from the castle to not get cursed. Hopefully. Elder Lion, I do not care. Now we already got 3. This sends us this way. I don't know, it's correct about there being a crystal there, but also a big dangerous boss. Drop down. I don't think the crystal is down. I think the crystal might be up. Where up? I do not know. Where are they actually? Ah, there's one way over there. Alright, so that's a 4th one. So 4, still not enough. Ooh, that was worryingly close. I'm gonna try to make my way over to that crystal. But as I said, I don't know the map very well. So it may take... Unfortunate. My toe hit the very edge of it as well. Oh boy. Oh, we're all so far away from that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there's plenty... Oh, I think it's all the way up there. My runes. In case you don't know, with the update, like DLC, I don't know if you need the DLC to get them, but with the DLC update, we've gotten a handful of new, like, invasions, like the Fell Omen invasion. And ooh, worth it. Yeah, it's mostly the old Night Lords, like Triaphalos, Freezing Fog, as you can tell. Alright, so I believe that was 5. They're going up there. Ooh. Power gained. Conceals oneself when faced with threats to life, neutralizing all attacks. How do we get up from here? Yeah, it's basically just like a Duchess ult, but as a Winding Grace, effectively. So, if you're gonna die, then you get a neat little pop-up that says, hey, instead of dying, you just become invisible and the boss ignores you. And it's kind of nice. And you don't even really have to... Like, you don't even have to fight the Freezing Fog. The difficulty doesn't come from fighting it. The difficulty comes from just getting to it. Because those ice shards do a lot of damage. I saw a set of grace over this way. Yes. Alright, so I can see it here. but that's all I know. Oh! I'm just gonna try to run straight for where the circle is. And see if I can find anything. Ah, stairs. Thankful that they spotted that, because I probably wouldn't have. I wonder if they know what I'm going for. Oh my god! So remember when I mentioned that I was having some input lag with the controller before even heading into an expedition? Yeah, so, anyway, completely unrelated to everything, I was having some input lag. Oh my god, I didn't realize that was going to be so small. I didn't realize that it was going to be the tiniest of little platforms. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. Take Primal Core. Scholar's Primal Core. Core extracted from the Scholar. Objective achieved. Alright. I never would have found that on my own. This Duchess is an absolute lifesaver. And I love them very much. So I'm pretty sure that they know. Pretty sure that they already did that quest. Because how else would you know? That I was specifically going for that and not just pinning this area because it was something we could get to. You're dead, man. You're dead, man. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. That took a very long time to stance break them. Oh, we finally got it. And this is the Dreglord we're going after, right? I had just barely enough stamina to do that. Didn't think I was gonna get that. But I'm very glad that I got that, because, ooh. No idea the best way to get there. Unless we can just straight shot this. We can just straight shot that. Was not expecting that. But I do appreciate it, considering how everything else in this map is so difficult to learn. I mean, maybe it's just vertical maps, but the main map, I never struggled nearly this much. And trying to learn the main map was when I was new to the game. Meaning, I had no knowledge on points of interest or anything like that. Or the movement system, enemies, physical damage negation. You know, after what they did for me, I'm not leaving them behind. Absolutely not. This is probably going to be rough, though. Hey, we have the physical one and the non-physical one. So everything is covered. Oh, and this means we're getting Artorias. Happy to see that. So, you get... I've seen as few as 3 and as many as 5 waves of these guys. So... I don't know if there's any way to tell what you're gonna get. Oh, do they have the frozen needle? I think they do. Nope. Die. They do. I really like the frozen needle. It's pretty weak, but it's got a cool little gimmick thing to it, where the heavy attack shoots out a little projectile. Also, something I learned about Artorias in Nightreign, that Iron Eye's ult is not enough to stun him out of the buff. Take with that information what you will. But yeah, Iron Eye's ultimate doesn't stun him out of that buff. I rolled too early. Yeah, see? That's the Winding Grace thing that I was talking about. That you get from the freezing fog. So, Winding Grace probably isn't the most accurate way to describe it. It's more like a sixth sense. Like Wilder's passive. It's like that, but instead of doing a big cool dodge, you just don't take damage, and then you become invisible for a few seconds. Yeah, so I think that perfect dodges do give you free ult. I have no flasks. The boss has half health still. I tried to dodge, but it could not. I do like how they adapted Artorias, though. I dodged ever so slightly too late. He does throw you like he does in the original cutscene, though. It's very cool. Yeah, I think they did a great job adapting him into this game. Like, making him feel threatening, making him feel like this legendary knight that's become corrupted. That's very unfortunate, but that's what happens when no one knows the new map and no one wants to lead. Still very appreciate the Duchess, though. Yeah, we can keep that. Yeah, very much appreciate the Duchess leading me to this, because I never would have found that on my own. That was probably the most obtuse thing so far in the entire game. Like, just completely unreasonable for you to be able to find that on your own. You, sir, have put me through a difficult time.
What a mess I've made. My little fib almost came true. But it was not for naught. Here.
Not for naught. A night smirched clear crystal.
I took the liberty of delving into your background. The curse that binds you is the need to claim strength as payment for your own.
What is this glass to me? Or why give this glass to me? I cannot read.
This is a crystal found below Limveld. A special object that yields power by catalyzing one's thoughts. Most of them were ruined through exposure to the night. But this crystal is stabilized, churned by night to a state of equilibrium. It's not much, but it will sate your thirst.
You're telling me that glass will sate my thirst. And we're calling this guy a scholar? Alright, so... is this a key item, then? Yes. So... the scholar's primal core. The primal core extracted from the scholar's body, a silver organ with pulsing veins. Still pumping despite its detachment. Its flesh writhes with desire for a new host. The core is undeniable evidence that the scholar is an entirely different form of life. And then the night-hued glass. A wondrously clear glass received from the scholar. Inside are the floating, wavering signs of night. The spread of the blotches has neatly ceased, as if the crystal has found its peace. Perhaps There is no longer anything to fear, presuming his words can be trusted.
This endeavor has proved meaningful to me as well. I wish to save this world, and I want to share the truth with my old friends. To that end, please indulge me once more.
You wish to save this world while you're rocking the Xanthus hat. This guy's a clown. He is a clown. But I'll entertain him. Because I'm not entirely evil.
Please, stand witness to our legacy.
Stand witness to our legacy, and he hands you, like, stars of ruin. Bundled paper. A note left by the scholar for someone, intended to summarize the events that transpired in Limveld. People died. There you go. Normally he would have taken the notes back himself, but the subtle smile on his wrinkled face betrayed the impossibility of such a wish. The subtle smile on his wrinkled face. I'm not saying it. Okay, now I'm seeing it.
I don't know when the chance will come, but one day my kind will ask you for answers. You are the only one I dare depend on.
His kind. He's a different species.
Please, stand witness to our legacy. I don't know when the chance will come, but one day my kind will ask you for answers. You are the only one I dare depend on.
He probably means, like, the scholars or the sorcerers or whatever. Undertaker's journal is updated by the recovered memory fragment. We got Undertaker's chalice. We got Chapter 6. A sky of clouds. The wind is strong. The scholar has returned. I'm surprised he has regained his form considering what he was reduced to. As I wiped my mouth from the stains of night, from the wall you licked, I began to wonder, was I attempting to atone for my sins? I cannot say for certain. He knew my secret. Perhaps I was simply scared. Though I failed to uphold my promise, he chose me a second time. I can only assume he saw some use in me yet. I feel a calmness when holding the glass he gave me. Perhaps this will help me overcome the hunger, without feasting on the succor of night. And I presumably have to play some games as her to unlock the next thing. I'll do Scholar's thing next. But for now, we can look at the chalice. A green, a yellow, and an anything. Which is probably pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna be a decent one for a Scholar. I mean, compared to what I have. Like, compared to this. I mean, it's blue, so I can't use it here, but still. Compared to this, that's pretty good. But I think we can end it here. We did not one, but two remembrances for Undertaker. Read chapters 1 through 6. Got a very nice teammate in the Duchess who showed us and was very, very extremely patient in showing us that path, considering how many times I fell. So, decent enough progress, I'd say. Even though we died to Artorias, I'd still take that as a win. So, yeah.